Listen carefully. The galaxy would later call it the Night of the Red Star. But for the humans who lived through it, it began with a single heartbeat. The sound of a man realizing he was already too late. Captain Rylan Hale stood alone on the shattered deck of the warship Valor's Edge. Alarms screaming around him. Hull groaning as if begging for mercy. But the real terror wasn't the burning oxygen or the cracked viewports showing open vacuum. It was the message blinking on the central hologram. Human, your species has been judged. Your time is over. The words came from the Vhar'Kotal, an ancient empire that conquered solar systems the way storms swallow islands. And tonight, they had come for Earth. But Rylan did not bow. Humans never learned how to bow. Not to tyrants, not to fate, not even to extinction. He wiped blood from his brow and whispered, "Not today." And then everything changed. A shockwave hit the ship so violently it felt like the universe itself had clenched a fist. Through the cracked viewport, Rylan saw it. A colossal crimson star igniting in the void, burning with unnatural, alien energy. The Red Star. A weapon. A warning. A declaration that humanity had 30 minutes before annihilation. But humans are strange creatures. Threaten them, corner them, push them into a cage. That's when they stop being prey. That's when they become something else. Rylan staggered to his feet, lungs burning, vision blurring. All around him, dead crew lay silent. His ship was dying. The fleet was gone. The Red Star pulsed like a heartbeat of doom. Yet in that hopeless moment, he remembered something. A promise, a voice. If humanity ever stands on the edge of extinction, I will answer. The voice of Atria, an alien outcast who once saved him, and who vanished after saying those impossible words. No human ever knew if she was real or a myth. And then he heard it, a sound that didn't belong in the ruins of a dying ship, a soft hum, a ripple in the air, a blue-white tear opening in the center of the bridge, a portal. A figure stepped through, 4 glowing eyes, silver hair suspended like it floated in water, armor forged from living starlight. Atria. She looked at Rylan as if she had waited a lifetime for this moment. "You called," she said softly. "I didn't," Rylan breathed. "I know," she whispered, "but your species did." The Red Star pulsed again, faster now. Human extinction countdown accelerating. Atria raised her hand, and space rippled as though obeying her presence. "Rylan Hale, do you trust me?" He hesitated for half a second, then nodded. And the universe folded. The ruined ship vanished. The void melted like smoke. Rylan suddenly found himself standing on a colossal platform of glass-like crystal, surrounded by swirling galaxies. Beings of light, thousands of them, stood in formation. Atria's people, the Astralkind, a species so advanced most civilizations believed they were gods. They never interfered, never helped, never appeared. But tonight, they were here. For humans. Atria stepped forward, her voice echoing like a chorus multiplied through time. The Vhar'Kotal broke the oldest law. They tried to erase a species that has not yet reached its ascent, a species that refuses to surrender, a species that has earned the right to stand with us. Rylan whispered, "Humans standing with gods?" Atria looked at him with something like awe. "You survived gravity that should have crushed you. You walked in darkness that should have broken you. You created light from nothing. You fought when every probability said you should flee. She leaned close. Humanity is the only race that looks at the impossible and calls it practice. The Astralkind raised their hands. The galaxies dimmed. The fabric of space-time curved. And then the red star, the weapon meant to erase humans, appeared before them, suspended like a fruit waiting to be plucked. Atria's voice thundered across the cosmos. Let the Vhar'Kotal learn the truth. Light exploded. The red star shattered like glass. Its fragments became harmless dust, scattering into eternity. On the other side of the galaxy, the Vhar'Kotal fleet felt the shockwave, and their leaders trembled. For the first time in 1,000 years, they were afraid. A single human had been spared. A single human had been chosen. A single human had become the spark of something unstoppable. Rylan stared into the remnants of the shattered star, breathless. Atria, what happens now? She took his hand, a gesture no Astralkind had ever offered. Now, she whispered, now humanity rises.